Hello, you're watching A New Way of Being live,
hosted by Avatar
hosted,
Galextra,
yes, by
with,
Avatar Galextra, which is me. And
with her husband Andrew Gone helping out
that's right.
on YouTube Live.
Yeah, he's cooking up the soup.
Okay, Avatar, go ahead and
Okay. Um,
speak.
as he said, you are watching A New Way of Being hosted by Avatar Galextra on YouTube Live.
Hmm, you take
No, I'm
this.
frozen. um,
Avatar Galextra is being terrorized by Donald Trump, who's using a technology to come into our home unseen, as we've told you, attacking her body from head to toe, damaging, injuring, wounding the womb, rectum, eyes, mouth, ears, nose, joints, back, fingers, nails, eyebrows, teeth,
toes.
toes. And
Wow.
because it's damaged the cavities of her brain using a a dagger made of white light, she no longer has access to her own memory. And her mind isn't working the way it normally does because she's a verbal martial artist when she, for most of the
When I'm
time
at
we've
my
lived,
best.
for most of the years we've lived together, she has been a verbal martial artist. So she is here today to speak to you about issues that she wants to, as best as able to, given the limitations being done to her body and her mind by Donald John Trump
And others.
and others who are aiding and abetting this demon living as a member of the human race today. So, Avatar, what do you want to
Excuse me.
talk about?
Well, excuse me, as you said, my memory is not very good right now. And that's because of what has been done to me for years now,
Mm-hmm.
going through all kinds of verbal abuse.
Terrorization, torment, torture,
Yes, and
robbery.
most of
Mm-hmm.
it done by Trump and other and those who he bring with him. Sometimes I'm having problems trying to go to the bathroom because they're coming unseen, and I do not want to go to a bathroom where people like this is doing this kind of stuff.
Mm.
And I can't tell whether they're there or not because of what I've been going through mentally. I would like the society to recognize that many people are going through similar things right now because of unfairness that is allowed to take place by human beings who are doing damage to other human beings, verbally, sometimes physically. These are things that should not be allowed in a society that wants to tell people how to see things and how to think, that is robbing them of their rights to be able to speak on their own behalf, robbing them of their opportunity to of memory by using people with technologies coming from Nancy Pelosi given to Trump and others to wipe out my memory, to attack me in different parts of my body, in the womb especially, and in the rectum.
Mm.
These are the things that should not be taking place, ladies and gentlemen. And when a government has allowed its citizens to go and do wrong things to other citizens, then what you're doing is literally turning the whole society upside down, which is already happening because of what already is being done or has been done
Mm.
to these people to persecute each other. We need to have human beings recognize that they are special people. They're not people to be treated badly, to be disrespected. They're people that are there to be shown if they have no area of development in some areas, then they can get the kind of help from other people who can definitely give them information that would be beneficial to their upgrade.
Mm.
It can help people, this whole society, to behave responsibly. And the first thing one must learn to do is be respectful of others. Do not disrespect anyone, and spend your time helping others, being there for each other, speaking to each other when there's a problem, learning how to help each other to learn and how to stop problems without harming others, without disrespecting them.
Mm.
These are things that are needed in a society, and the children needs to be treated properly. And women who are older needs to be treated properly too, and younger. They have that right. The reason I'm saying that they need to have these things done is for people to be able to respond to each other with respect rather than looking for ways to be angry and tell people off. You know, I have been put through that myself.
Mm.
I would not like to see people go through what I have gone through in that kind of persecution. It's not the right thing to do. Start treating people with respect, ladies and gentlemen, children and little boys, girls. Be nice to each other in the right way. And don't let people force you to do things that you know that are wrong. And when you see there's something wrong and you need to tell someone, first to speak to your parents and let them tell you what you can and cannot do and or how you can go about doing it. Be there for the kids, mom and dad. The kids need you. I grew up with my mom and dad, but they were too busy working and they did not have time for me. So I had to train myself and look after my family. So we can all do this. We have to start looking at each other with respect, speaking to other with each other with respect. It helps a great deal when people are treated properly. They feel cared for. They feel loved. They feel, you know, protected.
Mm.
That's what happens when we give people the right kind of information rather than information that is turning us against each other. I believe in all of you as well as I believe in myself. And I know you can do it. I know you're capable of quality. It's not your fault that you've been practicing the wrong things at different times because of what is being done to what's being shown to you to do and what other people are behaving like at times. So
Mm.
sometimes it's pretty difficult for you to just stay quiet, you know. You just want to speak out and let them know what you think if they're doing really not too good. So we are here really not to hurt each other, more to help each other in a kind way. They're doing something wrong. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't do that, little one, or whoever, a big one. It doesn't matter.
Mm.
They need to know the truth, and if you tell them in a nice way, they'll be okay, respectfully. Okay, now
Continue. You're doing fine.
I wanted to have my family members, and I mean the extended world species.
The human race.
Yep, the human race, as he said.
Okay.
It's important for us to be kind, as I said before. Now, I would like to see all of you showing your best selves by how you're treating yourself and how you're treating other people. You don't have to say anything to me, I will just see on my own. Blessings to you all, and take time to look at yourselves and what you would like to have cleaned up, what you would like to put in place, and how you would like to address other people. The technique you use is very calm and caring and respectful. Once you learn to use those, you'll be able to be respectful of others, and people would not be feeling disappointed in certain things that shouldn't be happening. They won't be happening when you're behaving responsibly. And when you're teaching each other and everybody, you find that you also enjoy behaving like that, helping people in such a manner where they feel comfortable now. They don't feel abused or terrorized, petrified or ignorant because no one is behaving that way. And that's why it's important that we all take our turns in treating each other with respect and dignity. The rest of it, as you grow, you will exactly know how to use what you have so you can help each other. Good luck on your journey. And remember, be the best you that you can be. That's what we all have to do. Protect each other in the right way. Don't look for trouble by using weapons and all kinds of stuff. It's not a nice thing to do. You will find yourself much happier on the other side of behavior. When you treat people properly, they treat you well. You don't have to worry about their behavior, and you don't have to say bad things that will make them feel uncomfortable. Just say the nice things that you know helps to keep people happy and help you to keep happy. And try it. You'll see what happens. Good luck on your journey and blessings to you all. When I
Well,
have enough information, I'll bring the rest out. But for now, I can only give you a little at a time because this is how the society will understand how they can go about protecting themselves and how they treat each other.
we named the show "The Constant Terrorization of
Oh,
Galextra" by
yes, sir.
Donald Trump will cause the nation of America to be brought down. And the reason why we named that title
Hmm.
is because as a child, 5-year-old child, Albert Electra had a apocalyptic dream of seeing the statue of Lady Liberty with a torch. It stands about 315 feet. Half of it is the platform that she's standing on. And in 4 stages, she saw Lady Liberty drowning inside the waters surrounding her currently. And at the end of this dream that she had as a 5-year-old Alberta, she was told by one of her sister gods telepathically that the nation known as America and Canada both disappeared completely from the face of the earth into the oceans currently surrounding them. So, Donald Trump, why would the spiritual hierarchy governed by goddesses and gods make such a decision to bring an end to these two nations' existence? What Donald Trump is doing is helping to strengthen the case being made against these two nations, especially America, by the spiritual hierarchy, that there are serious consequences that is on course for these two nations to experience, as shown in the dream of Albert Galextra when she was a 5-year-old child. So Donald Trump is helping to bring down this nation, America, not only currently, as he's trying to do, divide it into two nations with all the schemings and plottings and gaming and con games and wrongs and abuses and injustices, he is committed and continues to commit in every area of life in that nation. He is attacking the being who is known as the great goddess, and the spiritual hierarchy is not going to continue to allow the US to use this technology that they gave to Donald Trump and others as a weapon to attack human beings, to attack their eternal leader of divine majesty right here, her family, and commit all kinds of crimes against human beings. So, what Donald Trump is doing is helping those who are working to bring a one world government to this planet, the ones who made themselves lords and masters over your life, livelihoods, hopes, and dreams, helping them to make the case that these two nations are going to sink into the ground in the near future. Go ahead, Abbott. Jump in there.
Well, while my husband was speaking to you,
Mm,
Donald Trump was attacking me in the back, in the rectum,
yes.
in the womb.
And he's wearing a cloak.
This is the kind of stuff that this man is into.
Hmm.
He's seedy, he's
Creepy,
ignorant, he's disrespectful.
reckless, ruthless.
Yes. And these are the things that people need to learn, that someone who becomes president or prime minister or whatever you want to give them, they need to be trained to know how to conduct themselves properly,
Mm.
not take advantage of human beings because they're smaller or bigger, not to interfere with the rights of other people. Be respectful of everyone, because what you do when you terrorize them, they become angry. They will show their anger and how they deal with problems because of what is being done to them. So it's important that what we do, we must make sure that we are not doing them wrong. We must do the right things and treat them properly. If they need a little training in some things and you can train them, go ahead. If they're your family members, they would be grateful to have that kind of treatment from their
Mm.
families. We as a people need to work together to come out into the world, show the world why certain things should not be allowed and why they have to do the right thing. All of us do, to make sure that we harm no one.
Mm.
Once you start doing the right things, you'll see people smiling. Much better treatment you will get from them too. And you would not see people looking to rape and do all these kinds of evil things. And the things that they're putting out on television, some things should not be on television, and
Mm.
the people should speak out against it, so that the government take the responsibility to protect the people, because the people are asking for what they want so they can be protected properly and be the kind of beings that they were born to be. Because when you terrorize people, you also set them up to tyranny for others, and that's not good. So the systems need to recognize the parents must train their children properly. They should be allowed that freedom and the time to do that, to make sure their kids are safe, and not set them up to go and become beings who are there to create problems for the society and the schools and anywhere they go. That should not be going on. So if you really want a great society, start making sure your kids are properly trained. Make sure the ones that are working are not the ones who train the kids, because the ones that are at home will have to make sure those children are properly brought up so that they can connect properly with anybody and everybody without any kind of catastrophe happening.
Sometimes both
Yeah.
parents have to work. What actually usually these days both parents, if they're in families with both parents, have to end up working.
Nothing is wrong with working, but if they can work at home, that is much better.
Mm.
And if they have to work outside with the public, and they can't go, and they have their children to look after, that must come first,
Mm.
the children. And if that's the case, then the systems are supposed to pay the parents to make sure that the children are being looked after, and they're not being set up to go through all kinds of tyranny with other kids who are being not being trained. And all people must train their children. It's important to do so if you want a society that helps you to feel better in it, because nobody's going to try to kill you. No one will be speaking out the wrong kind of information that is harmful to others, and all these different things that people do. Once everyone develop themselves to recognize what right and wrong is and how they must treat each other, you will see a different society altogether. Stop setting up people to swear. Stop setting up people to be disrespectful to others in the school systems or otherwise.
Mm.
These are not things that work in a society. When you practice these kind of things, you're only turning people into what they end up becoming, and then many people are laughing, ridiculing, and persecuting many of them. That's not right.
Mm.
They're supposed to be able to know how to conduct themselves, and parents must be there for them in that. One parent should be at home to make sure those kids are trained. And if they're not trained, you will see the same kind of bad behaviors coming out in everything on television and on in public.
Yeah.
So it's important that all of these things are done and done well. You'll have beautiful people after when you see they're trained properly. They're not really bad people. They're people who weren't given the opportunity to learn how to do things better and how to feel comfortable with yourselves, how you can enjoy each other's company and your friends, and without doing any harm. Think about it and remember, anything that is done that is caring to and respectful to others is the key for everyone to treat each other properly. And that will go on, and you'll see nice people in the world rather than people who are nice but is not behaving nice. You need people that are going to be trained to behave responsibly. They need your time also. So if daddy is at work, let mommy stay home and look after those kids and train them well. Dad can get the collect the money for the family, and the systems have to pay them more money because they will have to look after the families and make sure everything is right. And when you want a system to work, you have to put your own. Your systems must recognize that you have to do those things, and the people themselves must know that yes, it must be done in order for us to um, accomplish good things instead of bad things.
Mm.
Work together. No one is pure is evil. They only become that way when they're being persecuted and listening to things on television that is not really healthy and helpful to the family. Um, all these little tidbits has to be looked at and make changes. Right now, I'm speaking to you, and Donald Trump is attacking me on one hand on this finger here,
Mm.
right here, and this one here. And when he isn't doing that, he's attacking my ear. He's attacking my body in different parts. He's doing whatever he wants. Now he's sort of slow down on what he's doing, but I would like him to stop completely because that's not how you're supposed to treat people. They pull out teeth from my mouth, cut off all my hair, did damage to my face,
Steal your money.
steal my money,
And when
left
fixing
me in all
come,
kinds of problems.
steal your clothes.
Your systems are not being taught how to behave with respect and dignity and treat people more like family.
Mm.
You'll find much better people. Work on it and give people the chance to be able to be themselves and stop humiliating and degrading them on one end and then looking for ways to do other things to sometimes the same people or other people. Protect yourselves by protecting other people too. When you're doing the right thing, you will see how well you'll be able to protect yourself. And the other people, they will see that and want to know how you did it, and they would like to trying to do the right thing. Start by treating yourself and other people in your family properly. Then start helping out those in public that you see needs help. Mostly the ones in school or working in a job and so on. And you have to make sure they're doing the right thing because that's the only thing that would make the world turn much easier, and people would feel much better as human beings, man, woman, or child.
Mm.
So, good luck on doing that discipline. You will find much help in practicing those areas. And don't accuse people for things they're not doing. But if you're going to say something that they did, then make sure you get the message right so that the others will understand that you're not lying or cheating or doing bad things. Good luck and blessings to you.
That's it. You've been watching A New Way of Being?
Yes, hosted by Avatar Galextra and Androdon on
YouTube.
YouTube Live. Sorry, I was going to say Facebook.
That's it.
Yep. Thank you for listening. I'll try next though.
Mm. Yeah.